Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today on the table we have a Sig Sauer Virtus. Let's get this review started. All right, everybody, let's go over this Sig Virtus. Let's start at the back here. We do have this is a mag pull adjustable stock. Sometimes it just depends on which one you buy it. You can get the one with the Sig stock on it. I'll roll an image of that one so you can see it. But this one does come with the mag pull, and it is a 5 or 6 piece adjustable stock. And it does have a sling attachment back here. And so yeah, I mean, you don't like it, these are super easy to change out. The same as changing it out on an AR-15. You just pull down, pop off, stick a new one on. All right, so this is not your typical kind of buffer system at the back here. In fact, this is no buffer system because this is a short stroke gas piston system. So we do this, so there is no buffer system back here. This is not a typical mil-spec buffer tube. And this does actually fold over, which I do really like. You can give this a little push up or a little whack up like so, and then you can fold that over and your gun is still completely usable because you can reach all your controls and things like that. Very nice. And then you can lock that back in place. Makes it a little easier if you're traveling or going to the gun range and you want to put it in a smaller bag or something like that. Kind of helps. So now it is attached with a 1913 pick reel. There's a screw right here. So if you don't like this system for some reason, and honestly I don't know why you wouldn't like it, but if you don't, you can switch this out and put something else on if you wish. But I do like it. It locks up really well, and I'm a bit of a fan. And then again, if you don't like the buttstock, you can just take this one off and put something else on. I mean, if you have a different preference, but nice system. I do like that a lot. You have a couple of QD slings on either side here. And then moving up, this is an ambidextrous charging handle. It is Sig's ambidextrous charging handle. It's pretty nice. I would have liked it just to be extended just a little, maybe a hair more for me, but it's definitely a nice upgrade right out of the box. Moving down, now, even though this is technically not an AR-15, a lot of the controls are obviously pretty much the same. So we have our safety here, and it is an ambi safety. You have your mag release right here, and it's a nice big button on there. I do like that. And then moving to the other side, we do have obviously the other safety right there. You have your bolt catch and release, and then you have a mag release right there. One thing you may have noticed is it doesn't have a bolt catch and release on this side. I'm not sure why they didn't do that to make it completely ambidextrous, but I'm wondering if it's something to do with maybe the system, like how the guide rods and things are in here. Maybe they couldn't do it, I'm not sure. So it's not completely ambidextrous, but it's pretty dang close. For me, I just like to have the ambi safety. The other stuff I don't really care, but some of you might. Moving down, we do have a Sig grip here. I do like the angle. It fits my hand very, very nicely. It's just plastic overmold. It does have a storage compartment on the bottom. I do like a little bit of rubber overmold on there out of personal preference. Now, we do have an oversized trigger guard right here, and it is all one piece, so it's not as though you can switch that out. So I do like the curved trigger guards, the oversized trigger guards. They are my favorite for sure. Now moving to the trigger, this is Sig Sauer's own 2-stage trigger, and it's actually pretty dang nice. I do like it a lot. The overall weight, I did a couple pulls, it's coming in just under 5 pounds. It's very smooth. Let's go over it. Got a little bit of take up. Again, it's very smooth. You're at the wall. Nice, clean, audible brake. And then the reset, a little bit of let out. Very tactile, positive reset. So I do like that trigger. I'm a huge fan of Geisley 2-stage triggers. You guys probably already know that. But I don't see a need to upgrade this to a Geisley trigger. I do like that trigger that much. So very nice. And then we'll have a bit of an enlarged mag well right here, which is kind of standard for AR-15 type lures, even though this is not an AR-15 lure. And speaking of that, you can't just get an AR-15 lure and stick this upper on top of it. That's not how this works. This is a proprietary lure for this upper. I believe there's some conversion kits you can buy to do that. Again, I don't know why you would though. Just stick with the system is my advice. And in the front here, you'll notice we have, you know, forward assist, brass deflector, and things like that. So again, it's very, very similar to an AR-15. So let's check out the wobble test or the wiggle test between the upper and lower receiver. To see if there's any play. There's a little bit of play in there, not much at all though, but there is a little bit. Now, moving up, we do have a 1913 pick reel the whole way along here. These iron sights do not come with it. These are from a Knight's Armament. They are on there for me to do the review process. And obviously the EOTech EXPS 3-0 does not come with it either. I just added it on so I could do the review. But anyway, so yeah, 1913 pick reel the whole way along here. And you notice we have some M-lock slots on the side, M-lock slots on the sides, on the bottom, and the other side there. So plenty of places to add your lights, lasers, and whatever you want to do. Obviously, it's a full length 15-inch handguard because this is a 16-inch barrel. Below here, the barrel is a Cold Hammer Forged carbon steel barrel. It's a very, very nice barrel indeed from Sig, and it is a 1-in-7 twist, and with a 1/2x28 standard thread pitch, and we have a Sig Sauer 3-prong flash hider on the front here. So we do have that, and this is designed to Sig's suppressors, so very nice. We might notice there's 2 cutouts right here in the rail, and that is to access the adjustable gas block. The 2 settings are suppressed and not suppressed, if I can get my fingers on there. Very easy to manipulate. It's just a little bit of a turn to switch the settings. And as I say, you can access that just fine with those little cutouts on either side. So very, very, very nice system. Okay, so that's the outside. There's a lot to like on the outside. There's a lot of really great features. The fit and finish is super nice. And you'll notice it's not like a black scary rifle, right? It's kind of a tungsten dark gray, gunmetal gray. It's a very nice color. I do like that. So we'll take this down. We'll take a quick look in the insides. It's the same as an AR-15. You got the front pin and the back pin. So we'll just pop them out. So this gun is new, other than me shooting it and stuff. So these pins are pretty tight. So I like to use a little chamber flag to push them out so I don't scratch the finish. Because this is not my rifle. This has been lent to me. Thank you for that. And you know who you are. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, so this is your lower, and you'll see here, obviously this is where the difference is and why you can't just put another lower in, like an AR-15 lower, because obviously it's not designed to go with this. So you can see here why, because you've got the place for your guide rods and things like that. But that is the inside of your lower. And again, your trigger pack and things like that. And again, really nice trigger. We'll pull out the charging handle and the bolt catch, bolt. So this is your charging handle, as I said. It's a little thinner than standard AR-15s. Now, again, this is not an AR-15, but just comparing it to an AR-15, it's a little thicker like the MPX charging handle, but that's what it kind of reminds me of, as an MPX charging handle. But that is your ambidextrous charging handle. Then you have your bolt and your bolt carrier and your guide rods here. Now, it's a standard kind of AR-15 bolt on the front here, but and I'll try maybe I'll roll a closer picture up for you. These lugs have actually been rounded, the same as a Knight. This is what Knights do, Knight's Armament. With their bolts, they actually round those lugs off to take some of the stress off, and it's supposed to help for durability and long life and things like that. So nice to see, nice upgrade. Now, one of the other things is the fire pin retaining pin, which we have right here. Again, this is a standard from like an AR-15, but the nice thing is this is actually captured, so when you push this out, it just pulls out and it stops, so you can't lose it. Thank goodness, I lose mine all the time. I have seen these in a couple of different guns, like LMT, the Rehe review that I did. That one was captured, and I really like that feature, and they have it on this too, so I do like that a lot. Very, very cool little killer feature. And then you have your cam pin and things like that. It's very similar to just to takedown as an AR-15 bolt carrier grip. All right, now we're not done yet. But wait, there's more. So this is the upper receiver, and I told you one of the big things that Sig is getting really good at is modularity. The P320, the P365, the Virtus, like you name it, a lot of their guns are extremely versatile nowadays. And what I mean by that is, you know, they're allowing you to change like the lowers, that you're allowing you to change the barrels and things like that with just within minutes, right? And this is no different from this system, which I really like. So, and one of the things I think I said, it is marked multicam on here. So this actually this bolt, you do not have to change it when you're switching calibers, so that you can switch to like a 300 blackout on this, or a shorter barrel, whatever you want to do. You don't have to change out this bolt carrier group. This will fire 5.56 and 300 blackout. How cool is that? So that does it all. Okay. Now, one of the other things I like is how it's easy as to take this rail off. You're just going to grip the the upper receiver and then grip your rail, and you're going to then just pull it apart. But this is your upper receiver. Excuse me, this is your handguard. Now you can see this part back here, this little tab with a hole in it. That's what sits in your lower here. It sits in with your front pin, so that goes in and that captures it. And then this sits in rails on the top here, and that's how it sits together. So a really cool, simple design, very smart. Do like that. And this is your upper receiver. There's your, obviously your adjustable gas block. You can see your barrel, and then to change the barrel, you just change out your 2 Torx screws right here, take them out, pop it off, and then either put on, you know, again, a shorter barrel if you want to SBR it, or if you want to change the caliber to 300 blackout. That's how easy it is. I mean, literally, if you did this without me chatting, you could do this within 30 seconds easy. I mean, to take it down, obviously switching your barrel, it would take you a couple minutes longer, but that's the modularity of these firearms. Very smart indeed. All right, and then just go in reverse, put it back together. All right, so obviously we are back together. Okay. Let's go over shooting. Shooting was really nice firearm to shoot, very flat shooting, no problems whatsoever. And again, I'm only getting about 300 rounds for these reviews just because ammo's so expensive. Come down in price, ammo, please. So very flat shooting, very accurate, very, very, very nice to shoot indeed. Just super smooth. The one thing I will mention is, you know, this weighs about 8 pounds. So I mean, it's not super heavy, but it feels a little front heavy just because obviously we don't really have the buffer system and stuff back here. I mean, it's not like super bad, but I think when you hold it, you can feel it. Obviously the weight is on this end with this full size handguard and things like that. But other than that, it's a super nice handguard. Things I didn't like about it, there's not a lot I did not like about this gun. Again, this is not a long-term review. Maybe long-term I'd find something I didn't particularly like, but the only thing I was just saying is maybe just, again, and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. Maybe it's a big deal to you. Just not having that bolt catch and release on this side and making a fully complete ambi lower, but that doesn't really bother me in the slightest. Maybe for the price of the gun, these are going to come in at $2,000 to $2,200, something like that. Maybe put some iron sights on. You know, it's like, it's just one less thing that we have to go out and buy when we buy these guns, right? Because, you know, we pay a lot of money for them, and the last thing I want to do is go and buy nice iron sights and throw them on. It's just nice when they come with them. For the price of the gun, I would like to see that. But other than that, I really liked it. There's nothing that I would say that I really disliked about this gun. So yeah, very cool. All right, folks, that's pretty much it from me. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask below. I'm always happy to help out wherever I can. And that's it. All right, folks, until next time, I'll catch you later.